Afternoon. It's noon in London town, and this is hour 1024 in No Man's Sky. I have to excuse my slightly grumpy voice and actions this morning. I had a dreadful night's sleep, but anyway, I try to use it productively. In that I've been playing with these refiners. And they've forgotten what they were doing. Playing with the refiners all night to rebuild back up my seed value, which I've done. I've left them alone. I've walked away, gone to a different place, come back. They've been okay. And carried on working, but I had just left them at full capacity and gone back to mode select screen, and they are empty. And so are these. These were coming up on full, which is very frustrating. Which I guess the atmosphere harvesters in the same boat as these. We can have a quick look to see. I wonder if I go back to that one, or even the restore point, they'll come back. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm going to reload this restore point, and we will see whether the various refiners and processors do better. And look, there they are, they're working. So they all stopped functioning because of me going back to the mode select screen again. So I think that course of action is out. Well, that one's full, so let's take that one out. And interestingly, or is it? He seems to be working at different rates. It may just be I cleared them down in different cycles. But let's see if that continues. These processors seem to be doing very well. I've got them running at full capacity. This is refining dihydrogen out of dihydrogen and dihydrogen jelly process cycle. So you have 20 dihydrogen jelly, which packs out to 800. You can then take 200 dihydrogen jelly into your inventory, cream that off the top, put the 600 back into the machine, and the 600 dihydrogen will make another 20 dihydrogen jelly. So making dihydrogen jelly out of nothing. The only thing that is required to do that is time. And I believe the production cycle is about 23 minutes, with including the faffing about human interface. This one's slightly slow at the moment, but not in the process. It's just out of whack in alignment with the others. But have walked away into a completely different galaxy and come back and gone to into my ship and jumped to a different system and come back. And yes, they were still working. It's only that mode select screen which seems to be causing some derision and disappointment in their function. So here's 800. I'm going to take 200 out, put that remainder 60 in, and that 60 again will make 20 dihydrogen jelly. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Dihydrogen, for those of you who are new to No Man's Sky, is one of the components in starship fuel, or frigate fuel to be more specific. Your frigates have a particular type of fuel, different from your own starship and from the fuel that is required for your capital ship. So to keep sending out your frigates on missions, you need to send them with fuel, obviously. Otherwise, they're just going to go nowhere. So making lots of this on a regular basis, combining it with tritium, which I have over here, quite a lot of, 8,000. We'll turn it into, what's the official name of it? Starship fuel? Frigate, it is frigate fuel. There you go. What else has been happening while you've been away? Not a lot. There's a frigate who's had a question for me this morning, which I answered, these guys. So they've been held up a bit on their frigate, and they're still 6 hours out from completion. And I checked out Dalantis Crossing just to deal with the citizen conflict, or a citizen proposal, which was to install another improvement to the maintenance systems, which I took, but it hasn't affected my maintenance level. I'm not too sure why. It seems stuck at 986, whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to now continue the morning roundup, bring in the frigate expeditions that have finished, and we'll leave the other one to finish up. Another 6 hours to go on that one. Semiconductors, good. They're useful. Got some units, unrefined pyrite grease, which can be sold, and a fancy stone brush. Ooh. Got me a very fancy stone brush on our third date. Very nice. An awful lot of news. How are you? You're turning out to be a bit of a star in our support vessel firmament. Alright, storage augmentation units. Some nanites, nice. Geknet, organic catalyst, activated cadmium and indium. This combat mission will be mostly units, I would have thought. Also activated indium. And finally, this trade mission. Lots of units, lovely. So there's just this one here that's 3 ships, but they're about, I think it's about 6 hours away. Let me just check that. I could call them up and have a chat, but I can just go and check on this screen here, and look, there they are, Wasp Factory and Ubik. and a support vessel, which is probably airtight garage. Yeah. And occasionally these missions can get stuck. The only way that I've been able to recognise when they do get stuck is the clock stops ticking. They still think they're on a mission and they will not return. So you have to abort the mission and bring them back in. That's not the case in this circumstances, which is great. So what we're going to do, I'm pretty convinced these things are working fine as long as I don't go back to the mode select screen. And same with the refiners. It's going to take about 20 minutes to turn 600 dihydrogen jelly to 600 dihydrogen into 20 dihydrogen jelly. So we can have a bit of a wander about. Atlantis Crossing, their production hasn't finished yet. I think that's about 30 minutes away. So we'll leave that one for the time being. We'll start with winter weathering. And bring in the harvest, the daily harvest. And then from the daily harvest we'll do production, and then come back and see how these new pieces of my technology are working. Still on the tiny monitor for those playing at home. Good news is I did make up my mind on what I wanted to get. And that'll be arriving tomorrow. Very exciting. Depending on what time it arrives, I might be able to get it set up in time to play No Man's Sky on it tomorrow. Well, at some point it will definitely be set up. But how long it will take to set up and calibrate and move all the stuff which I have to move to get the new monitor in place and all that rigmarole. Not that this little 27-inch I'm working on it is bad. I was going to say it's not that it's bad. It is bad. It's an LG. I think it's an OLED, but it does have a high refresh rate. I believe it can go up to 1,000 hertz. The way to give you a little bit of insight at home, I use an AV switcher amp, which handles all the switching between the HDMI sources or visual sources, which means that we can have one channel on the TV being the receiver of the information from the AV receiver. Receiving the information from the AV receiver. What am I doing? The new monitor I'm getting has a very wide refresh rate potential from 24 hertz to 144, I believe, hertz. It's a Philips screen. And depending on how the AV switcher I've got does pass 4K through it, but I think it restricts the 4K information to 24 hertz, which is fine for movies, cinematic content, video content, but it's missing out on what a video game a video game console that is potentially put out. So it might take a while for me to cable it all up. I'm going to start with my current configuration, with the monitor being got to fuel that one, didn't I? That time word is regular as clockwork. You can almost say it's attracted. That's where I've just been. Told you I was tired. Frozen Portal. Again, still haven't looked at the favourites menu, really. My ear infection is back as well, which is really frustrating. Can't see that I'm going to be doing much big brain thinking in this stream today, so it might just be a morning roundup. But it is it's good to learn that I can leave those refiners alone and carry on about my business without them forgetting what they're doing, as long as I don't go back to that mode select screen. I think, even if I quitted the game, restarted the game, it would be better than going back to that mode select screen. It doesn't seem right. So this was Frozen Portal with Radon. We're off to parking lot now. Broken ladder bug still being a bug. I realise I've talked enough about how impractical this idea is of warping. Definitely with our current understanding. I think it would be ooh, that did work. Well, that was exciting. Or is it? And for those of you who know, yes, I do watch Stairs, Sticks, Fix on the regular. And some of the affectations have definitely made it into my vernacular. Some of his affectations have made it into my vernacular and are becoming my own affectations. listening to the VODs, I'm still struggling with... No, see, that didn't work. Let's run around on the roofs. I walk across the rooftops, the toning of St. Stephen's bell. Ladybug is still with us. It was just a lucky climb in parking lot, which does make it intermittent. But hopefully, it seems to happen way more than it doesn't. Oh, I need to check what day it is. That sounds dreadful, doesn't it? I think it's Wednesday. Or maybe it's not, it's Thursday. Okay. Okay, I've just realised I have an appointment. So this stream will now have to stop. Alright, I might do a little bit of playing later on this afternoon, but for now I'm going to have to stop. So thanks for watching, and I may see you later on this afternoon.